Do you fight or do you kneel? Shadow 13's tearing through the dark. Shadow 13's leave a burning mark. Run or ride, no in between. Living and dying with the Shadow 13s. With the Shadow 13s. Road burns wild under neon lights. Engines scream in the dead of night. Dust clouds rising like a ghost parade, chasing the edge where the deals are made. Flicker of danger in the air. Do you feel it? Do you dare? Shadow 13's tearing through the dark. Run or ride, no in between. Living and dying with the Shadow 13s. With the Shadow 13s. Faces blurred through the speeding glass. Time melts fast when the future's past. Every corner hides another lie. You can run, but you can't defy. Fire in the tires, sparks in the steel. Do you fight or do you kneel? Shadow 13's tearing through the dark. Shadow 13's leave a burning mark. Run or ride,
stole Super Cockpit? Yes. See? C8 stole the. I agree. If you literally.
It does. It has that wraparound. Yeah. But it's like big. That was one of the big things about the Mark IV Supra was just that, like the fighter jet, like cockpit. That fighter jet cockpit that just wrapped around you and everything was pointed at you. That's not. I think that was done so well in that car. And like they look really good. See, I'm thinking of buttons. The C8 you got buttons from this. That's like this down here. That's crazy. How do you drive that? Like you can look at a manual. Do they do Bluetooth? The C8. I'm sorry. Comment.
Show them the back. Whoa. What happened now?
This is missing a bumper.
For the first time ever, All-Star Chevrolet go head-to-head with their charities. It's DOC.
Downy April Fresh gives you a little bit of freshness with just one wash.
I just customized and saved with Liberty Mutual. What a great day. Bueno, que day. Buying safe with increases in speed shadows. Hundreds of essentials after customers in 30 seconds. This is made with collective attention style.
Already off work? Laying in bed.
I know I still got more sleep today than I did.
I see what you doing now.
Yeah, I've heard this. But I really can't show the camera. I don't know how that works. So. you wore out after all that bandage the other day.
I am dragging.
I bet. Well, I was sore after seeing it when I was on.
I think I spent 10 hours out there.
And they'd be going doing it when I get home or go before I go to work, really, just to be ahead of it. And I think that's always the same takes the longest is the standing.
This typing shit sucks.
Yeah, I bet that. I bet
Can you hear me now?
yeah,
Okay. I don't know what it is. My left earbud, it's like the microphone will not work in my left earbud.
I mean, I can't hear it when I'm talking on live, but these are my new ones. It's kind of robotic to me. It sounds like talk.
Nah, it kind of sounds like you're maybe in a enclosed room, like a small room or something.
Yeah, these ain't that good. My old ones are way better. I need to go. I need to find a set just like those. I don't know where anyone got them. But these are horrible. My phone is horrible.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I guess it's like
Why
the,
are y'all
I
still
don't
up
know, maybe
lol?
I've pushed a button or what, but like the microphone won't work in the left earbud if I just put my left one in.
I'm at work, Obi. Brandon's trying to go to bed.
Nah, shit, man, I don't go to bed till later on the weekends. I'm not like I'm tired, but I ain't sleepy.
Uh, so that's what I'm off. I barely get any sleep when I'm off. Then some weeks when I'm off, it gets ahead. It gets ahead of me, and then all I do is sleep.
Right. Now I'm gonna work on that roof. I want to try to get that roof done tomorrow, and that way when that polyguns, I can go ahead and I've got that hood is all, which I found one little pinhole. I gotta put a little glaze in on that hood, and try to get that roof done. That way when I get that polygun, I can go ahead and shoot a couple more coats on that the roof and the hood and trunk. Try to get these big panels knocked out.
Coming together though.
Yeah, not in Opie's timeline. What's bad is if I don't get it painted by May, it's gonna be end of summer before I can get it done.
Yeah, it's looking hot for you.
Yeah, I mean I think I'll make it. I'm just gonna have to thrash for the next month and a half.
I don't have no timeline lol.
Uh, trust me, like to get mine painted. That's the reason I'm working on the truck too, because I like to get the mower painted and the truck painted.
Right. I hear you, Opie. I just when May starts, I'm done for 3 months. Other than evening times, but my weekends are tied up for May, June, and July. Oh man, but no, I mean I, I got a lot done, but it don't seem like I got a lot done in the amount of time I spent out there.
So it's same here. That seems like it's taking me forever, but in reality, considering how much time I'm able to spend on it, I've got a lot done, especially with the mower. I've got a lot done to it. I just started uh, working on that lawnmower September, and started building it the way I was wanting to build it. The way it's being built right now, I think I'll hold it.
Yeah, my ultimate goal is to have the car done by Christmas.
Yeah.
So, like, once I get the car painted, then I mean, of course, I still got bumpers, but like all the trim, I'm gonna drop all the trim off to the powder coater, door handles, all that stuff. I'm gonna drop all that off to the powder coater. It'll be done in 2 or 3 weeks. So, however long it takes them.
What color power coat you going to use?
It's all gonna be semi-gloss black. All the trim, door handles, bumper, grill, which I'm trying to figure out if I powder coat the bumpers and they've got defects in them, you're gonna see the dents. So I'm probably gonna end up painting them so I can do body work and all that stuff on the bumpers and get them straight. So I probably will end up having to paint them because they ain't gonna be able to powder coat over that body filler. I don't believe. If I like, I'm sure they're gonna have some blemishes in them, especially going black. You'll see it.
What year is that? That's a Mustang, right? I'm getting everybody's
No, that's the Impala.
Impala. What year my Impala is?
65.
What color are you gonna paint it?
Nardo gray.
1 second. 65 Impala. You said gray.
My phone's on it, by the way.
Brandon.
Hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
I have to disconnect and reconnect my earbuds. I don't know what the hell's going on.
You said gray.
Yeah, Nardo gray.
I'm gonna do your renders.
Okay. Yeah, that one that I posted on the page that's off of Chat GPT.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I hope you turn me on to that.
Yeah, that's what all my stuff is. ChatGPT. I just take the actual photos. So I put the renders up there.
Yeah, I took the actual picture and did it, and then it didn't quite. Like I had a picture of the car and I did it in there, but it didn't quite look right, I guess. But the one I did, I just basically the one that's on my page, I took and I just told it to make me a 65 four-door Impala, and then did all the German black bumpers, black wheels, all that stuff.
Yeah, I enjoy doing stuff like this with you. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know, it's like 3 posts ago, something like that, 2 or 3 posts ago.
Yeah, I'm still having issues where it don't copy I still don't. I'm not getting notifications when people put up stuff. You got one of those other driving around. Oh God, that's been caught one with your seat like that. I think that picture of the drive. So what I'm gonna do is take that picture, give you an idea how I do things. I'm gonna download this video and take a screenshot of that car.
All right.
And then I'm gonna put it in ChatGPT and tell it to use the original photo, like I did with the truck, like I did with my truck. Take a picture of the original photo, take the original photo, and make it look like this.
I got you.
Okay, take care with that.
All right.
I need to put the updated render of since I'm changing it to the car model, I need to put that in here. I don't know if I'm gonna do the bumper silver though. I think that's gonna look weird. I think I'm gonna keep them black.
What up, Nate? Yeah. Nate popped in for a second.
That's what he does. He pops in for like a quick second and leave. He always does that.
It's showing there's two people in here, but there ain't nobody. It's just showing me in the box.
Yeah. That's usually what it is at mine. I get once that's the other thing. Once starts getting warm at night, I'll be going live at night, and I get my regular night owls like me that pops in there.
Right.
One named Danny. The regulars I have is like Danny. He tinkers with everything. He kind of deals more into the like the race more that kind of engine type thing. M&M, which is I think he's worse than you and Steven, because that's where that man will never sleep. I'm surprised he ain't in here right now. I'm like walking in here a little bit.
Oh, he hadn't been on. Yeah, I hadn't. I figured after Greg got off, somebody would hop back on live, but nobody did. Valentine's night, I guess. Everybody.
Oh yeah. I got
No,
on Moose's garage. Hopped on his, and they was even talking about it from how dead it was. I guess
Yeah,
takes
it's
out and stuff.
yeah. Mine's sick, so she's got the scrap that I've had all week. So
Mine had to work. Didn't work at night as well. She's a manager, so her schedule gets screwed up all the time. She was supposed to get off tomorrow, but now she's got to go a little bit.
I got you. So what do you do at the hotel?
I work at front desk.
Oh, okay. Just a little something to make ends meet, huh?
Huh?
Just something to make ends meet, huh?
Yeah. I call it semi-retired.
Right.
I work 4 days here, 3 days off. But I'm the only one here that works 10-hour shift, so I get on my own in a couple of days.
I got you.
I'm tempted to look for something else, but I can't complain because it's not bad money. I don't do nothing.
Yeah, it kind of gets boring. It's kind of my job. It's I've gotten to where all my customers call my shop manager now, so my phone don't hardly ring, and you know he pretty much runs the shop, and it's like here lately he's been pulling teeth trying to get customers to go to lunch. So my job's been pretty boring here lately. It gets old.
Yeah.
I could do more, but it's kind of I start doing more than my guys don't have stuff to do, and it's just kind of one of them deals. I could go out in the shop and work on equipment, but then go out there and get caught up. Then my guys ain't got nothing to do, so I'd rather keep them busy. And of course, you know, I show up when I want to show up and leave when I want to leave, and kind of depends on how I feel.
Yeah, I kind of miss those days. But I think I told you about that when I was over the security guards. I just made them all an hour. But then it can turn around and bite you in the butt sometimes where you get a call at 4 o'clock in the morning because somebody hurt their toe. That's not a joke.
Yeah.
The extra. And where it happened,
Well,
it's about an hour drive from me.
yeah, it's when I worked in the field, it's I used to get if I got called out, there was no telling how long I was going to be gone. It may be, I may be gone for 2 hours. I may be gone for 12 or 16, just kind of depending on what was going on.
Exactly. That was the only rough part about it. I remember one time I got, it didn't happen too often, but it happened sometimes. But get called out and be gone for over 24 hours, working a shift for 24 hours, different posts and whatnot. That got rough. I would have still been there if they paid that much.
Yeah. Yeah, when I worked in the field, it was, like I said, it was kind of, I generally knew what time I was going to work, but I never knew what time I was getting off, unless I was on like a project or a turnaround or something. Or doing call out work, it was an 18-hour shift, 20-hour shifts were normal.
I enjoyed it. I was getting paid for 40 hours, even though I was on salary. But I was working anywhere from 50, 60 hours a week, and only getting paid for 40. So basically, a district manager was only making, I think, $11 an hour.
Oh, wow.
So you cut that down to 50, 60 hours. Yeah, 50, 60 hours. That's not much money. They're not paying you overtime.
Yeah, I'm salary, but when I first started here, I had 2 guys, but then one guy quit, and then they wouldn't let me hire nobody else. So it was just me and my shop manager at the time, which he was useless. So, and he was for 3 years. He did everything he could to try to sabotage to get me fired because he was over everything technically, and they hired me which he shouldn't have been a shop manager. He wasn't even good enough to be that, but it was kind of one of them deals. And so for 3 years, I had to fight him, trying to sabotage everything, thinking they was going to fire me. And then he finally realized that wasn't going to happen, and he quit. And the guy that I have running my shop now, he worked there for about 6 months, maybe a little longer after this guy, before this guy quit. And then I moved him up to the shop manager spot, and now he handles everything. So I do all the sales and do anything technical, and then he pretty much handles all the paperwork now. He runs the shop. I've got 3 guys in the shop now. No, I mean, there's times I've had 4. I had my son up there working for a little while just to help out because we were so backed up. But yeah, since I started, I think they did $450,000 the year before I started, and then we did over $4 million last year. So in 6 years, I've went up $3.5 million. But I hadn't seen a big increase in paycheck. That's kind of where here lately, I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna get a raise somehow.
Yeah.
They don't want to give me more money. I'll just work less hours.
That's what I thought to do, is find a job where I'm basically looking for them hours. Only problem is that I've got a job right now that's begging me to come back. That Target. I enjoyed it over there, but at the time I was like, man, y'all pay me, or give me 40 hours, I would stay. And look, everybody's with me. They're like, no, we can only do this, and I was getting less than 30 hours, and you had to have a little bit over 30 hours to have insurance.
Right. That's where they get you.
Yeah.
Because if 32, you're considered full time.
Yep. That's my reason why I quit there. My wife was a manager at this hotel at the time, and she said, "I'll hire you. We'll give you these amount of hours and this much per hour." Came up more than what I was making there, and I'm like, "I'll do it." I don't
You got
like
to,
business at all.
yeah. You got a pretty good drive to get there. Or is it close to your house?
No, it's everything's away from me. I'm kind of like Steven. I live out in the sticks, and
I got you.
on a good day, it still takes me about 30 minutes to get to work.
That ain't too bad.
No, it's not too bad. It could be a little worse, but yeah, it ain't worth the 30, 45 minutes. I even had Moose ask me one day about. I messaged him. I said, "I'm still listening. I'll hit all the flicker." And how far do you gotta drive? Just one of them rare days where it seemed like I was hitting heavy traffic and every red light.
Yeah, they're doing it. Normally take me about 15 minutes to get to my office, but they're doing a ton of construction right now. So in the mornings it gets backed up, evening times it gets backed up, and it adds about, I don't know. Sometimes it'll add 10 minutes to get there. But I've always, almost every, hell, where my office is now, almost every company I've worked for in this industry has been on that same road, same little area. It's kind of a middle ground between all the plants around here. So what time do you go in at? What, 8? 7, 8? 9? You work till 7 in the morning?
I'm 7, 30 Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's the other thing. I mean, Target wouldn't give me off days together. I thought, like I said, I thought about doing that, getting up there. And, there's one guy up there that he's not me, but he does all kinds of tinkering. He actually creates.
I locked in a street race for later in today around dark 30. I'll go live if y'all want to check it out.
Alrighty, how's it going, Giggles? But yeah, he actually built his own. It's a push mower.
It's going.
He turned it into a remote control push mower. So he just sits in his chair and drinks a beer and controls his lawnmower. That's great.
Yeah.
So but he literally works there, I think 2 days a week. And for something out there. I can't remember what he said, why he does it, but he just works there 2 days a week. That's it. I have to work more than that.
Yeah.
Back up there and thought, well, y'all pay me this much and keep my off days together. Kind of like here, keep my off days together. So I'll come back.
Yeah, I mean, and especially if you need, well, if you're military, you got VA insurance, huh?
No.
No?
There's certain things that I found out along the way. Well, part of it is my fault. I'm the dummy that I feel like there's always somebody out there worse than you are. That's just why I don't go to the VA. So I probably am eligible for it. I just don't have it.
Heck, I thought I don't know what the stipulations are, but I thought if you served your minimal term, then I thought you got it.
And it might. Again, I'm the dummy that don't go to the VA. I've heard all the horror stories because I had a lot of buddies of mine that, especially being in security, you had a lot of older. And I had this one guy in World War II vet. I'm sorry, not World War II, Korean War vet. And he had cancer. He couldn't even get fixed by the VA. And,
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's like the wait times and all that stuff is crazy.
Like I said, I just heard all the war stories, and then that's obviously the battle buddies along there. They've had issues with it and everything like that. I always had it in my mind that there's always some method which time. So, but again, I might be eligible. I just haven't figured it out. What, like, to give you an example, it's also stuff that happened while I was in the military. Like just getting glasses was like an act of Congress to get it. I was getting ready to go on the point to get mine, and so when you go on active orders, they give you this. You don't get in line with what it's actually called. This you get insurance or some kind of care insurance, whatever. So, and that's the other thing too. I was National Guard, so there's some benefits that National Guard don't get full Army does. That makes sense.
I got you.
So, me and my wife thought it'd be smart. We'll go ahead and go to Huntsville, which is about 52 to 57 miles away from my house. And so we go up there and to get my glasses and everything. And they said, well, you don't live within 50 miles of your unit, so this don't apply to you. Even though it's active orders, there's none of that. Because I didn't live within 50 miles of the unit, I wasn't eligible. Just shit like that.
Yeah, any way they can do to get out of it, huh?
Yeah, it was just stuff like that. I loved it. It's awful. Really. Matter of fact, my team leader had PTSD so bad that if he struck a drop, he would fall back to being in Iraq. It just got bad. But they never will take care of him. And we're talking, this is in early 2000.
Yeah, I had a stepdad that he was a Vietnam vet, and of course, he was an alcoholic and all that stuff, but he quit drinking for a long time, and he started drinking right before him and my mom separated. And he about drowned her in the pool one night. He got drunk and had a flashback and about drowned her in the swimming pool. He told us some stories. He said they all got messed up one night and woke up. They apparently got attacked with mortars one night, and they couldn't wake him up. So when he woke up, he had a mortar laying in the bed beside him that didn't go off. And then he's talking about one night he was on night watch, and he lit up a cigarette. As soon as he lit up a cigarette, had a bullet go by his head. They seen the flame. Yeah, he had all kinds of stories.
I got lucky. I was getting shot at once. And, that was during the tornadoes of 2011. And half of us went down. I'm sure you heard the same documentaries or whatever. Half of us went down to Tuscaloosa. Then the other half went to Gunnersville. And I went to Gunnersville. Well, since they said, quote, that it wasn't that dangerous, that we was going to have body armor, the only thing we was going to have was our pea shoes. While Tuscaloosa had their body armor, their M4s, and pea shoes. Very first night, we had a ride, first call, wasn't even there anymore. So we get over there and we're surrounded, and well, that made us nervous. We wouldn't allow because of rules of engagement, we wouldn't allow to pull our pistols unless we get shot at. And so they told two of us to go back to the Humvees, and the Humvees went locked on the outside, so we've already been. Next thing I know, I heard a whiz go by my head, and I looked at the other guy. I said, "You hear that?" Next thing I know, my team was just running back to Humvees. Getting that effing Humvees right there. We jumped in, and another one hits the top of the Humvee. We was okay because we was in the up on the Humvee, so we wasn't gonna get up inside the Humvee. But yeah, that was the first night.
That's crazy.
But that's really knock on wood that was like that.
And it was bad. You wasn't even in a war.
Yeah, no. That's one thing they told us when we was graduating MP school. Drill sergeant like, who here's National Guard, who here's regular Army, and National Guard guys raised their hand and it's like, she said, y'all are stupid. Y'all get deployed more than the regular Army does. And we did. I've been deployed quite a bit, but it was all in the United States.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine all this crap going on now with between the ICE and all the National Guard getting deployed to all these different cities and crap, just having to, and like your hands are tied too. You can't. It's not like you can do much. You're just protecting federal assets, I guess.
Yeah, and I feel for them too because when I was in at least, I thought it was bad when I was in. But now the way everything is, I hate to know what the rules are. I hate to know exactly what the rules are going to do. Unless somebody just gets shot, literally killed or something, then they probably could engage. But it's probably even worse now.
Yeah, it's the world's kind of getting crazy right now, and unfortunately, until Trump gets out of office, they ain't gonna let up. They're gonna find one thing after another to go stupid on.
Yeah. That's why I don't watch movies ever since I was in the military. After I got out, I don't watch it.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to it much. It pops up on my TikTok or something, but other than that, I don't. If I turn my TV on, it's NASCAR, football, or it goes on Motor Trend TV. That's about it.
I think I'm driving my wife nuts, but that's all I'm watching is car building shit.
Yeah, that's why this car build's going to be stupid expensive. I watch too many of them shows. I want to get this one done. Of course, I'm gonna have to try to recoup some money, but I want to start on another one. But I need to add on to my shop and have room just for doing body work and all that crap. And if I would need to, I want to set up a paint booth in there. I can go in there, pressure wash all the dust out, and clean it out real good before I paint. But doing body work, because I mean, this stuff gets everywhere. I don't care what you do. It's going to take me 2 or 3 days. I'm going to have to empty my shop out, just about take a leaf blower and with fans running, sucking all the dust out. Because I got spray foam insulation, so I can't take a water hose to it. It'll be, if I just had metal sides and stuff, I could pressure wash everything and it'd clean everything off real good, and then it'd be good to go. That's why I'm just going to build that booth. That way I can completely enclose it.
Yeah. I know everybody thought about getting one of the inflatable spray booths.
I mean, Greg painted that C10 he done in it. I mean, he had some little trash in it, but it wasn't terrible. And you go blow them up, and then you can turn them on for an hour or two. It'll suck all the dust out of the air. I mean, majority of it anyway. The only thing I've seen on some of them, you may have to kind of upgrade some of the fans to get more airflow in them. Sometimes they say a lot of the fans they send with them aren't big enough for them. I don't know. I just don't have room to I mean, I would get one, but I don't have room to put one inside my shop because my shop's only 10 foot tall. So I don't have enough height in there. Because I found some, 14 by 24s that would fit in there, but they're just too tall. But like I said, hell, I can build that booth. I mean, the fans will be the most expensive part of that booth. I can build all that stuff, and it won't take me 4 or 5 hours to build all that booth and then build all the little panels for it. It ain't but 5 boards per section. So it won't take me long to build it. Then I'll stack them up, wrap plastic on them, get them all sealed off, and then once I get ready for it, I'll just screw them together, tape up the seams real good, and then cover it with plastic.
Y'all know where I can
Or
pick up a
cover the
new
top
cab
of
and
the
bed for a
plastic.
square body for cheap.
I'm gonna put two pretty decent sized fans in it, and I'll cut 6 or 8 filters in it, and so I got plenty of airflow in there.
Alex on here is asking, do we know where you can pick up a new cab and bed for a square body?
And just look on Marketplace. They're generally, a lot of them are listed on Marketplace. You come across of them somewhere.
You can also try, depending on where you live, try to put your junkyards out. But yeah, he's right. Brandon's right. He's on Marketplace. You may have to extend your radius out a little bit.
Got T-boned, but all the square bodies are rusted out here.
Oh, really? Where are you out of, Alex?
I am in Michigan.
Yeah, like Shadow said, you may have to just extend out a little farther.
My phone's on it, by the way.
I would, you may try Canada out too. I follow a couple of YouTubers up in Canada. They hoard cars up there. Try Canada out if you can go across the United States. The square body's so popular.
Yeah, they're high dollar. Everybody's wanting high dollar for them too.
Yep. That's the reason I'm picking up Steven's car. I can't find a third gen Firebird without spending a fortune. Everybody's starting the third gen Camaro and the Firebird is starting to get popular.
Right. When are you gonna go pick it up?
Hopefully in a couple of weeks.
Last square body I saw near
How
me
far are
for
you from
sale
him?
was 12 grand, and even it needed a floor pan repair.
I don't remember. I had to do a deployment to South Virginia once, and that was a long drive. I want to say it was like 8 hours.
That ain't too bad.
No.
A day's drive.
But the way my wife was traveling, I've gotten used to it. So
Yeah.
just to go to Pigeon Forge, I think was a 12-hour drive. Last square body I saw near me for sale was 12 grand, and even it needed floor pan repair. Yeah, I get it. They're just
Yeah, it's that group, and it's kind of weird. We talk about like some of these 50s and 60s cars are fading out because the people that like them are basically dying off. So you're starting to get into that 70s, 80s,
Honestly,
90s.
I was kind of
starting
pissed
to get
when I
really
got
popular.
T-boned because I finished rebuilding my 79 3 months ago.
Yeah, that sucks, Alex. Yeah, that's one of my biggest fears is getting this car done and then getting in a wreck. Is that what you talking about make me sick? That would just make me sick. It end up being 2 years building this thing and something happened to it. But I'm not building it to be a trailer queen, so.
I mean, obviously I keep driving the lawnmower everywhere. but it's gonna go to car shows and stuff to help promote the rat rod that I'm gonna get away or however I'm gonna do it. But no, the truck and matter of fact, the wifey wants me to go ahead and hurry up and get that Mustang to her going. She wants to drive it. So.
What all you got to do to it?
Well, right now it's a fuel pump. Fuel pump. I gotta replace the driver fender and door.
In my opinion, if you're going to build or buy a car, you should drive it, not just store it.
Exactly, Alex. Exactly. Especially when you spend that much time in it, ain't no sense in just being yagging duck. But
yeah, well, them people that's got more money and they got sense, they'll spend $100,000 on a car to trailer it to somewhere so they can win trophies. Show how much money they got.
I saw a video last year where a guy purposely bought an old Winn-Dixie grocery store, and he darkened all the windows because he has over 50-something cars parked inside the store, just sitting there gathering dust.
Yeah. Well, and some of that stuff is like when you get a lot of money, it's an investment, right? You buy a car that's worth a lot of money that's growing in value, and 10 years down the road they'll double their money. I mean, it's what they do when people get rich. That's what they do. And then, of course, a lot of it is just shows off what people got. It's more, a lot of it's that. And I've probably taken this car way farther than I should have, but I'm already this deep in it, so I ain't gonna stop now. I probably could have sanded it down, slapped a regular old
Even
paint
if it's
job
an
on it, and went
investment,
on
it
it,
should
but
still be driven. Vehicles break
that's
down no matter
not
what.
how I work.
I'm gonna send you both of these, right? I think both of them turned out pretty good. But one is, it sent me two of them, so one's a little bit smaller. But what I did is I put in here, use this photo, so it did, and I told it to, I wasn't sure what kind of rig it was, but called it the Lorette Mono Gray Black Accent with black grill, 20-inch wheels. It's almost identical to yours. It's ironic how it almost identical is.
I got you. Yeah, that's pretty much all I did. I just told it to make me a 65 Impala 4-door, Nardo gray, black wheels, black trim, black bumpers, and that's what it spit out. Yeah, Alex, I don't disagree. I don't have that kind of money, but I'm not even if I had $100,000 car, I'd be driving it. I mean, heck, people buy $100,000 trucks and drive them every day.
And they're not even running. They spend all that money on expensive cars, and there's always something wrong with them.
Oh, some of these builds they're $250,000 cars, but they go in these big time car shows, and half of them they didn't even build them. They had somebody else build them.
I'm talking about new vehicles. I'm not going to lot and buying a new vehicle.
Oh yeah, I mean, I got a brand new truck that they done changed the windshield out and it's still leaking. I got to bring it back to the dealership again. I mean, a $55,000 truck. The paint on it it's probably the worst paint on a brand new vehicle I've ever seen. The orange peel in it is so bad.
Yeah, that's what.
Hell, I was sitting at a Ford dealership last year. They had a $150,000 Raptor R sitting on the showroom floor, and the orange peel in the paint was so bad it looked like bed liner. Like, you'd think a $150,000 truck that they would take a little more pride in the paint job.
Yeah, that's like the is it the six? I think it's the 6.3 Chevy engine. They're having so many problems out of that engine that one, they're not even getting fixed. Two, they're just telling people to use a heavier oil. But people go out and spend, and that's it's that one big one that they're having issues with is that 6.3 GMC. It's a specialty truck that they have. What's that thing called? It's like the Z71, but they call it something different than GMC rules. But it's that truck, and they're having so many problems on that engine.
Yeah.
It's something to do with it not getting enough oil to the crank, and so it's just chewing through bearings. And all they did was told people to. Your wife's gonna be jealous on this picture because it actually shows like at the back of the car where it's pulling into your house.
Oh yeah.
It turned out great. It looks like the car's already done. It's pulling inside your house. That's what it looks like.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, that's almost $100,000 truck, and people are buying this thing, and they're being told that, oh, by the way, it has issues in the motor. It's almost the thing it has.
Yeah, they just spitting. All they're trying to do is spit crap out now.
There you go. You got 3 in the list.
All right, I'll check them out when I get off here.
Like I said,
Yeah, it's like with insurance for these cars. So we registered it as a classic, but we could have registered it as an antique. But the stuff with the register for the antique, you're only supposed to drive them to and from car shows.
Yeah.
Like they limit you on miles that you drive them, and you're only supposed to drive them basically to and from car shows or have maintenance done on it. That's generally all you're really supposed to drive an antique car if it's licensed antique. So we just licensed it as a classic.
Like one podcast I listen to is called Under the Hood, and they're always sponsored by this classic insurance company. I can't think of what they're called.
Haggerty?
Huh?
Your Haggerty?
No, not Haggerty. I can't think what they're called. I haven't listened to them in a while, but anyways, they talk about if the car qualifies as that kind of classic car, and one of them is how much is it being driven?
Yeah, when I had to submit my insurance, I had to do all kinds of stuff. I had to take pictures of inside and outside of the car, under the hood, to make they wanted to know if it was modified. They want it was crazy of all the stuff I had to do, which it ain't. It's like $20, $25 for 6 months. But after I get done with it, I'm gonna have to go have it actually appraised to get a real value of it, and then so I can up the insurance on it. Because we only had it, I think we only had it for like 10 grand. But so I'm gonna have to have there's a people that's called Corvette Specialties right here. He's got, I don't know, in his showroom, he's probably got $2 million worth of cars in the showroom, but they do a lot of work, but they specialize in Corvettes. And I mean, he's got a Copo Camaro, like a 69, I think it's a Copo or a Jinko Camaro or something that's in there. And that guy's had $750,000 offers for that car and turned it down. Yeah, it was the one that was all aluminum. I had the aluminum 427 or something in it, all aluminum block, aluminum heads. I think it was a Copo, but I don't even remember what. It's a 69 or 68, something like that Camaro, but they only made 25 of them or something like that. He's got a all original, yeah, I mean, yeah. And but yeah, it's got a 427 in it, but it's all aluminum block, aluminum heads. and it is 100% all original. And that car is worth a ton of money. He's got some $500,000 vets in there, and but he's a licensed appraiser for classic cars and all that stuff. So when I get the car done, I'm gonna take it over there and get them to give me an actual appraisal on it, so I make sure I get the right amount of insurance on it. Because
I remember watching a documentary on that car, and after they built it and everything finished it, the guy that Copo, or I think that was his name, he was even scared of it. No, it wasn't his name.
yeah, I can imagine. I mean that I don't know how much horsepower, but I mean those cars. I had a buddy of mine that had a '67, and it had a 350 in it that wasn't like it had 300 horse, and that thing it was wicked because it was all factory suspension, and that thing would just float all over the place. It flexed so bad.
Yeah, I just googled it. 420, 427 inch, 427 cubic inch engine. Pushing 425 to over 500 horsepower.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I went up there a while back because my father-in-law's got a '78 vet. I went up there to get some parts for it one day, and the amount of like you go in his showroom has got all the cars in there, and then he's got 2 shops in the back, and there is cars everywhere. I'm talking about classic cars worth tons of money. Some of them are put together, some of them aren't. That are just stacked in this freaking shop. Motors, any part for a Corvette, it don't matter what year model you want, he's got it. If you need an original part for a Corvette, it didn't matter what the hell it was, he had it. And I had to go up there and buy like alternator brackets and power steering pump brackets and all that stuff. I had to go pick them up for him, and they were just everywhere. It's like, man, the money that this guy has in vehicles is through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Chevelles, Camaros, all the high end crap. He's literally got. He probably had a 10,000 square foot shop that there's cars are just stacked in.
Yeah, if I was rich, that would be me. That would be. Of course, if you only figured it out, I'll have a whole bunch of movie cars and TV cars.
Yeah, I said something yesterday. I think Steven, like, I was looking around like Fall Guy truck. That'd be cool to build one, but I think everybody's built replicas and all that crap of them, and that's just like a 3/4 ton GMC long bed, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing stupid crazy, but I don't know how much it would go for. Then I was looking at the 18 van, but I found a few on the internet and they wasn't selling for much. I'm like, yeah, you'd have to spend too much time you wouldn't get your money out of it.
That's like you talking about today, spending money and everything. So yeah, everything comes. You said it. I meant to say something during the chat, or when you said it, I was like, no, he hit it right on the nail. He's like, this comes out of our pocket. This ain't going to somebody else.
Yeah, a lot of these people are like, oh well, I wouldn't do that. I do this. Well, like that dude that come in, he made a comment, the one that was arguing with everybody the other day. I don't know if he was in there for that or not, but apparently he was talking about, well, do the metal work, and I had said, I was like, well, these little waves are underneath the braces. I don't know how to get to it. He's like, oh, it's a replacement. Well, you're not doing metal work if you're replacing it. One, two, I'm not spending $1,500 on a hood. I can spend $20 on body filler and straighten it out. You know, so yeah, that guy come into the wrong group running his mouth.
Well, I've debated. I told my wife about it. I debated. I always try to do a little intro or something when I'm doing the YouTube part of it. And anyways, I was telling us like, look, I try to put 90% of what I do on the videos. I said, if somebody sees I'm doing something wrong, by all means, and I do it with you guys. I always ask questions. I said,
Yeah.
let me know if I'm doing it wrong. I said, but but like I say in all my stuff, I said I work on a budget, a tight budget, and I'm cheap. But I'm making money off this stuff. I said, don't get in the comments and be hating because I'm not doing this or doing that. That's what I told the man. That's on debate. I'm cutting a little clip out, put it on TikTok.
Yeah, I almost made a video after that whole dude come in there the other night. I almost made a video of like, just basically saying that like every painter, every body man has their own way of doing things, and it doesn't make the other person wrong. You know, like yes, you can take and get a car 95% straight with doing metal work. Like some of them people do it. Yeah, like some of them guys that are really, really good at it will get a car almost perfectly straight without putting hardly any filler on it. I'm not that guy. And that takes a lot of tools and a lot of time. And that's what I told the guy. I was like, look, man, I'm not building a $100,000 car. But he was like, oh, you're all that filler, blah, blah, blah. And, you do your metalwork straight, you don't need filler and yada, yada, yada. But then I said, well, I don't know how I can get underneath this brace. Well, that's a replacement part. Well, you're not doing metalwork. Yeah, and then you can buy a brand new hood, and that big of a hood is still going to have some waves in it.
Yeah.
It's a big ass piece of metal.
Yeah. Shipping's going to take care of a lot of that for you.
It's like, and then okay, well, it's coming out of my ass pocket.
Yep.
So, we actually looked at putting a cow hood on it, but it was by the time I have it shipped to my door, it was like $1,700, and there wasn't really nothing wrong with my hood. So we decided that we didn't want to spend $1,700 on a new hood.
I was telling Steven, I finally broke down to Steven one day. I was talking to him on the phone, and I said, I'm going to be honest with you, Steven. He said, what's that? I said, I know I'm the weird guy of the group working on lawnmowers and stuff. I said, I'm being honest with you, I was almost wasn't going to go live on TikTok at all when it come to me start saying on this truck or working on body stuff. He's like, why? I said, we're in a group of 75% painters. And I said, they're not cheap. I said, to be honest, Steve, I said, y'all not cheap when it comes to the paint and everything like that. I said, I don't have that kind of money. Said,
yeah, but the good thing is, they know the cheaper stuff that you can get by with. And like Greg and them yes, they build high-end stuff and they buy high because they have customers paying for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you noticed, Greg's pretty cheap himself. He's buying Harbor Freight tools because he's having to buy the stuff. So, but like they're doing high-end work for customers. They know how the high-end stuff to use.
Yeah.
And now they ain't gonna knock you for that. It's kind of one of them. They've kind of picked up on what I'm trying to do with this car, how straight I want it. So they're not letting me cut corners type deal.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not going to be happy with it unless it's right anyway.
That's what Steven said too. He said, "Oh, don't worry about it." And I said, After they might pass out once they see out. It's gonna be electric sprayed because that's all I can do. It's getting cracker paint. That's all
Man,
that.
as long at the end of the day, as long as you're happy with it, that's all that matters. My ultimate goal is I want to build this, and then I want to be able to start building stuff for other people. So I'm not just building something from this car's for her, but I'm also anal about crap. So my wife gets mad at me because she's like, I'm a perfectionist. Well, it's how I built my name in the business that I'm in is being a perfectionist and being very tedious with stuff. And I'm just type person, if it's got my name on it, I'm not gonna just turn over crap.
Yeah.
So if I got to do it 10 times, redo it 10 times, I'm gonna redo it 10 times just until it's right. So that's like Greg. I mean, he probably would have been in 2 months. He would have been completely done with his car, but it's taken me a long time to get here.
Yeah. I'm not a perfectionist. I've never claimed to be, but if I see something I don't like, I'm gonna redo it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's like sometimes I think it's a disease, and it boils back to it's a reputation thing.
Yeah.
I don't like people be like, oh man, he just throws shit together. Me and my father argue all the time because he just half-asses shit, and that's why when he starts working on something that needs to be a little more tedious, he calls me to come help him because he knows he'll just throw shit together. So if I'm over there working on it, I won't let him do it.
Throw it together. I will not. I've had people. I don't know if I've ever told you if you've heard it, but I literally spray canned a Ford Ranger, parts and pieces off the after I get wrecked. And when I told people after it was done, because I went through the steps, I did it. You know, it was spray canned. I did exactly you would do like an actual paint.
Yeah.
And people were shocked that I told them that was the original paint that I painted that truck with.
Man, these new, like, I see people all the time painting these cars with turbo cans. You put a clear coat over top of them, them turbo cans have changed the game. Because, I mean, they've got a big wide fan. And if you're decent at painting with, spray can, because, I mean, some people take a spray can and they just spray it and they just go, right? Yeah. But,
called it on Steven's car. What is it? Tiger strapping. That's what he called it.
Yeah.
No, I thought about it, but it's gonna cost me more to turbo can it than it is to spray it with tractor paint.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, go to Harbor Freight, get you that purple sprayer, and with a 1.3 tip, and you'll be just fine. It's just so much faster.
I know, but that's the problem. I don't have the money to get the air compressor. I don't have the money to get the hoses. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And my shop cannot handle electricity for sure. They don't like when I turn like a little bitty one on.
Now, there's a guy that is called Trigger Man on YouTube. He's got he painted a car with an electric sprayer, and this car come out like awesome. And I don't think it was like 60 or 70 bucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get and paint for like $50 a gallon.
Yeah, but look on YouTube. It's called Trigger Man, and he's a painter, and he's actually painted several cars with this thing. And I think he had a link in there where you could buy it on his YouTube. But and they actually upgraded where you could get some smaller tips, and he's done some modifications to some of the tips to change them. But I think they made some smaller tips for it after his reviews. But I mean, he laid it down great. Of course, I mean he's a painter, but
Right.
it's
He's got my gun, but if he's got a better gun, I'm gonna check it out. Cause
yeah. I'd have to just check. Trigger Man something, but if you just type Google or type in Trigger Man,
yeah, I found him. He's painting a hood with electric spray right now.
yep, that's him. He's in like a little. It looks like a little storage building that he's painting in.
Yeah, I've been trained to paint. That's not that part. I've been trained to paint. I worked for a trailer guy. I know it's a trailer, but I worked for a trailer guy once. He said, "I'm gonna let you paint it." He was an asshole, but he said, "I'll let you paint it." And after that, he that's all he wanted me to do is paint his trailers. But I've always just dabbed it. I've enjoyed it. I've always said I wish I went to school for a job like that instead of going to the career path I went through. But I enjoy doing it.
Man, it ain't never too late to start.
46. I thought about it. My wife even said, "Go back to school." 46 years old. By the time I get
Man.
out,
Like even Greg and them was like, even Opie says like, don't waste your time on a school. If you can get in with a body shop, they'll train you while you're getting paid.
I've even thought about going up the road where I live, and there's a mechanic shop out there. I've even thought about applying with them just to get back into working in cars again because everything's changed so much. I thought about doing that.
Man, that's what you like. I wish I could just open up a shop because I mean I enjoy this stuff. It's a lot of work, but I enjoy this stuff. But like,
What's
man,
up, brother?
I just wish, I wish I could open up a shop and just work on cars.
Oh, I would love it. My wife almost.
And I ain't talking about doing your everyday mechanic work because I like doing the restoration stuff, but like it's kind of too late in the game. You know, I'm 45, and it's kind of too late in my life to try to start a whole new career because I mean I make pretty decent money, and I can't go backwards.
Yeah, I'm with you there. That's me. Can't go backwards. And I'm now to the point where I can tinker. I may not be able to spend a lot of money on it, but like I said, I almost got excited a couple months ago because my wife was thinking about going somewhere else to work, and they was offering her money to that would pay both our salaries. She said,
Oh yeah.
I'll let you stay at home and tinker with your cars. I was like, I don't know if I could do that. At the time when I was thinking about it, 'cause I just started, I said, I don't know if I'll make enough money to just build lawnmowers. That's before I got the truck. And, yeah.
So you gonna keep the truck or you gonna sell it?
No, I'm keeping it.
Oh, okay.
I'm keeping it. I don't know what changed, but the wifey had a Mustang, exactly, almost identical to the one she has now, except it was convertible. And she bought it, and while I was on the appointment, she bought it. I got home, and I think it scared her because the convertible top needed replaced, and she found out how much the convertible top's going to cost and everything. I think it scared her, and she had it literally a week and sold it. She tripled her money on it. She only paid $300 for the car and sold it for $15.
Yeah.
And, so that's one reason why I never asked about getting a car or anything like that. But then I went through some trouble last year. Just I guess military crap snuck up on me. But she saw where I was heading. She said, "You used to do all kinds of stuff. You're always doing something, putting wrestling and singing and doing something. You don't do nothing no more. What do you want to do?" I said, "Well, I could get back tinkering with cars. I just don't think we can afford it. It's just we can afford it." So that's what led. So
Yeah, I mean that's kind of mine. So I have to keep myself busy, or if not, my mental crap goes to shit. And so with I had all them seizures. I don't know, it's been 2.5 years ago now. That pretty much just about killed me. And Yeah, when I got to the hospital, my blood oxygen was down to like 20%, and I ended up spending the night in ICU and spent a whole week in the hospital. My kidneys and liver was shutting down, and all kinds. It was a bad deal, which basically boiled down to I was so dehydrated because we've been working on her dad's estate up there. If we wasn't I was still coaching my kids' softball team, and if we wasn't at a softball tournament, we were up there. So I mean, I spent 3 months out in the sun all weekend long, working 12, 16-hour days, practice 2 or 3 days a week. And so I got basically super dehydrated, which triggered seizures, and they were just, my body couldn't fight them off. And softball season was over at that point, and so my mental crap went to shit because I just sit around and I didn't have nothing to do. And so, you know, I used to race and all that stuff and got out of the racing for the kids. And, well, that's where this car come about. She's like, well, just get you another race car. And I'm like, no. She's like, well, you know, I'd like a car. I said, well, we'll just find you a car. So we looked around for a couple weeks and found this one in San Antonio. And talked to the guy. Everything looked good. It was like, cool. So we drove to San Antonio on a Friday night, picked the car up Saturday morning, drove it home. I got a U-Haul trailer right down the road from his house, pulled it home, and the car was they had already started converting everything. It's got 4-wheel disc brakes. It's got Corvette brakes all the way around it. It already had the big block in it. Basically, I just had to finish putting everything together. So I got it home on a Saturday. By Monday, I had the motor running. And then that video I posted was a week after I got it home. I had it driving down the road. And so, and then we drove around for 2 years. I put the fuel injection on it, and then tore the rear end in it, put another rear end in it, and we drove around for 2 years. And finally, we went and got a price for a paint job, and had a guy who was going to paint it, and then I got price for some interior. Well, I was like, well, heck, he's like, well, you'll have to take all these wires off and move this and move that. I said, man, I'll just pull the motor and stuff out. That way you can get inside the engine bay and paint everything up nice. And well, when I pulled the motor out, I'm sitting looking at rusty frame, and I'm like, man. So I'd contemplated I was going to wait until my kid got done with, you know, school and stuff before I actually did the restoration on it. When I pulled the motor out, looked at the rusty frame, it was like, okay, I'm done. Like I made a decision on a Saturday, and by Sunday at 6 o'clock in the evening, the frame was outside and the cab was on jack stands.
I'm gonna do it myself.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I wasn't planning on painting it. I had this guy lined up to paint, but I wanted to get the frame powder coat to get all the new suspension stuff on it. And then I was going to get the underneath the car bed line. And then I was going to put it back on the cab and then bring it to him. Well, the guy quit basically answering my phone calls, and I started finding rust. And he just, when I started finding rust, he basically just quit. He started ignoring me. So I said, to heck with it. I guess I'll just do it myself. And here we are, year and a half later, or almost a year and a half later. But I'm on the downhill slope of the body work now. So
yeah, well, that's me. It's just, this gave me something to do.
Yeah, I have to. My wife knows I have to stay busy, or I sit here and lay around and don't do nothing. My brain goes and like backwards.
Dude, I gained so much weight. I look like I was 20 months pregnant. I mean, I still kind of look that way now, but not as bad as I was. My life's always, I've been working since I was 12 years old. That's all I've ever known is work. So, one job, it was so bad that one job gave me a freaking heart attack, literally. And that's when she started telling me, you need to slow down. Because I've always, probably since I was 20 years old, I've always managed some way or form. That's just driven in my skull. Just go. And I think that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think with the military and then heart attack, so that I started rethinking my priorities. So,
yeah, when me, when I almost died, it was kind of like it was an eye opener.
Yeah. Oh, hold on one second.
And before I decided to delete them, I thought, let me take a look at them, see what's there, and I discovered quite a few arc shots. So this video is going to be a bit of a ASMR kind of video, if that makes sense. So it's just going to be arc shots and the sounds from the workshop, and I hope you lot enjoy this. This isn't obviously one of my main feature videos, it's just going to be a little side one, so there will always still be my other videos coming shortly. So enjoy this one here, watch some arc shots and just enjoy the sounds.
Grainger knows that as an HVAC technician, the heat is on you every day. Your first call? An office building with a noisy AC unit. Time to put your experience to work. On site, your meters don't lie. The blower motor's failing. But Grainger's easy-to-search website quickly helps you find what you need to keep the office and their HVAC running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is what we're doing right now.
So the result came out okay. I don't know what to say. It's in there. It's not the best, but it's far from the worst. I'm very self-critical of all my work, so I would always say I can do better, and of course I can do better. 3 runs on each thing.
I am back. At Alex Dwyer.
Back. Okay. I got
At
you.
Giggles and Shits 419.
Oh man, I probably need to get in bed. Ugh. Yeah. You know, I've gotten to where, like, during the week, I don't go to bed till midnight. But, I mean, heck, I may be out in the shop till 10, 11 o'clock. And it catches up. That stuff, I did that for about 3 weeks straight, and it finally, it caught up to me, I guess, week before last. Man, all right, so I got to do is slow down. If I put a timeline on something, I'll kill myself to achieve it. Like earlier, I wanted to get that hood done before I went in the house, and James like, "Oh, you getting the hood done?" So I said, "I told you." I said, "I'm not going in the house till this hood's done. Whether it's midnight, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever it may be, I'm not going in the house till the hood's done." And I found a few little spots. I'm like, man, I'll just do it tomorrow. I'm like, nope. I was tired. I was dragging. And I said, well, now I'm going to go in the house. And then, like, no, I got to finish this. So, but I ended up finding one more pinhole that I think I had found. I just forgot about it. But I'll put a little glazing putty in it in the morning. And then, or whenever I get out there tomorrow, sand it down and then start sanding on the roof. It's going to be about like the hood and trunk. It's going to be, you know, it's going to have some waves in it. So, I feel like 2 more coats of poly will probably take care of it, but if I have any big spot areas, I'm going to go ahead and skim them and with body filler and be done with it. But I mean, it's a huge area, but the hood, trunk, and the roof is the biggest parts of the car. So, and the rest of the car, I've already body filled the whole rest of the car. Those are the 3 spots, the 3 things that I didn't body fill. So, I mean, I did like the dents, the obvious dents and stuff in the trunk and the hood. I went ahead and did, but I didn't go through the whole thing like I did on the quarter panels, fenders, and doors, and all that stuff. So, but I got to pop
An Alabama winter can be a guessing game.
Do I
Freezing
now?
at
You
sunrise
muffled real
and
bad.
T-shirt weather by the afternoon. But while the weather changes outside, you can stay in control of your energy use inside with
Do
Alabama
I?
Power's tips and tools. Use my power usage to stay on track. Home energy reports for
Yeah,
personalized
not
tips
mine.
and energy assistance
I don't
to
have, my
find
TV's
support
not
when
on.
you need it. And don't forget, our team is always here. Let's tackle an Alabama winter together and save. Visit
Oh, you got
Alabama.
you
a YouTube video started playing in the background. I was like, what in the world?
Yeah.
I must have hit it when I got up. I forgot what Steve was saying. Oh, yeah, I can't believe how straight that truck is. That's one thing that shocked Steven, because he was talking about how the rocker panels and everything wasn't rusted out. I got lucky on that, I guess.
Yeah, I just blocked somebody for you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. If somebody's in there doing out at people that ain't even in here.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Y'all, the Steadicab, I should have took better pictures of that Steadicab. Y'all were freaks if y'all saw that Steadicab. I think that's another reason why it made me just trade it away. Body on that thing is horrible. But then there's parts of me wish I took some of the pieces off of it that I needed, like the cluster and the hood, maybe.
Yeah. Well, you get that car from Steven, that's the correct gear model, right? Or body style?
Body style, yeah. But it's going to be put in the back corner of the yard. That's going to be a yearly project. It's going to be like kind of like your Impala. That's going to take some time because I'm going to save some money, get the engine, the transmission. Because like I say, this is Corolla. But it'd be like I told Steven, I said that'd be kind of cool because it'd be bare bones. I mean, I can just start fresh with it.
Right. Yeah. Just get ready. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. And if I really decide to go full kit with it, I'll be buying the front flip, the actual rims, and building an actual replica, not by the car is not cheap. So.
No, I can only imagine not.
I remember when I was doing this back in the early 2000s when I was building the kit. I was doing it all well, kind of like I'm doing it now. I was doing it myself. I was doing the fiberglass, everything myself. So you didn't have the cool YouTube videos and everything that you have now to teach you this stuff. So.
Right. Yeah, I learned a lot from YouTube. I have a basic understanding of a lot of things, and like I'll look at YouTube. Like my house flooded. I mean, I've done sheetrock work, I've done carpenter work, and all that stuff. But I would sit there at night and just watch 2 hours of YouTube videos of whatever stage of the house I was in every night, and just watch videos and learn different tricks. And I've basically rebuilt my house off of YouTube. I got to the trim work on all the crown, and I'm like, all right, YouTube did for 2 or 3 nights before I started the trim, and did all my crown in the house. But I mean, I have a basic understanding of most things, and like especially mechanical. So yeah, some of this stuff just comes easy. You know, the tips and tricks and the different stuff. You know, Greg and them's helped me out a lot. I ain't never done body work, but if I can see it, I can generally do it.
Yeah.
But you know, the body work's a little different. You know, I'm starting to feel like I actually start feeling now when it's cutting right. When it's starting to get flat, you can feel the difference when it's flat versus when you still have lumps in it.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's getting the actual hands-on experience now.
Well, it's like getting these lawnmowers to run. Dude, I had no clue. I can kind of work my way around a car engine. You know, just basic maintenance, you know, getting it running and stuff like that. But as far as lawnmower engines go, I had no clue. And everything I've done to do things to get them running was YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I still, if I find something I need to learn, YouTube is my friend.
Yeah.
I tell my kids all the time, they spend all their time on TikTok and YouTube, you know, doing useless crap. So I go on YouTube to watch, to learn.
Especially like I did with that one in that video right there, slamming to the ground. There's no way I would have done that just trying to guess it.
Yeah, what'd you do? Just flip the axle over?
Yeah, I flipped the axle over, but I used another axle off of another lawnmower because the axle that came with that Murray was going to drag the ground. And I basically made brackets on the front so I had to do a lot of cutting and everything to get that thing from dragging the ground. And the back transaxle, I flipped it and turned it around so I could drop the back end. But the rat rod, because all I have left is hydrostatic motors, I'm gonna have to extend it. I'm gonna have to basically add an axle to it and gear drive it.
I got you.
So, because if I don't do that, it's gonna go just as slow as it did in the video. It's not gonna be fun.
Yeah. All right, bud. I'm just go to bed.
All right, bud. Get you some sleep. I appreciate you shooting the fat with me. It makes the night go
Oh
by.
yeah. All right, man. Well, I'll holler at you.
All right, be good.
All right, later.